What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into the Jets Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, I want to go over 3 signings that the Jets made over the past couple of days and why you guys should be fired up about these signings. Now, they're not the big time, big name players or the blue chip players, but these are some acquisitions that could get the Jets better on the margins heading into the next season. But first, I want to share with you guys a cool little graphic here about some college reunions that are going on with the New York Jets right now, as they're pretty much replicating Justin Fields' Ohio State team, as they did bringing Justin Fields obviously on Monday of free agency. So he'll be the starting quarterback. And then he got his college wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, as that true X on the outside. Then also Jeremy Ruckert. He played for Ohio State with Justin Fields. He actually had a wicked one-handed catch back with the Buckeyes, ball thrown from Justin Fields. And then a new signing, Josh Meyers, center from the Green Bay Packers. So you got 4 Ohio State Buckeyes on this team, and I'm sure QB1 here in New York, Justin Fields is fired up about it. But speaking about being fired up, if you guys are fired up about the Jets next season, go down there, hit that thumbs up icon if you guys could. Like today's video. I am very excited to watch Justin Fields play for the New York Jets. So if you guys are as well, go down there, hit that thumbs up icon if you are fired up about the Jets next season. All right, so let's dive into the 3 signings here and why I'm a big fan of them. First off, Jeremy Fowler tweeted this out. Former Packers center Josh Meyers has agreed to terms with the Jets on a 1-year, $3.5 million deal. 4-year starter in Green Bay, back with Justin Fields, his Ohio State teammate. Now, Josh Meyers, I'm not really too sure what the Jets' plan is with him. If I had to give my best guess, he would just be a rotational backup at the interior of that offensive line. But his PFF grades this past season, just about middle of the pack. Across the board, like overall grade 54.2, pass block grade 63 on the dot, run block 50.9, and now he did allow a sack this past season. But I am actually double checking right now if Josh Meyers played any guard so far in his career, because last year all of those 1,000 snaps came at the center position. So he has no experience playing guard whatsoever. 0 snaps throughout his NFL career. But back in the 2022 season with the Packers, played in over 1,000 snaps, 60.4 overall grade. And then in 2023, over 1,000 snaps again, 55.8. So he's a middle of the pack center. But I wonder if this means the Jets could consider moving Joe Tippmann possibly to the guard spot. Now, I think this is unlikely since he has been, pretty damn good at the center position for the New York Jets over the last couple of seasons. But maybe they're thinking about moving him to the guard spot, and Tippmann, no experience playing the guard spot so far in the NFL. So maybe they're trying to bump him over to the left or the right guard. But I think it's more likely that the New York Jets are going to just have Josh Meyers just kind of be a rotational backup, just some injury assurance at that interior of their offensive line. But let's welcome him to New York. Show him some love down below in the comments section. If you guys could, type those 71s for me. Show Josh Meyers some love down below in the comments section, as this guy, I'm sure Justin Fields is thrilled about this signing for the New York Jets. So if you guys want to show him some love, give me those 71s. Type his jersey number down below in the comments section. Now, another signing that I'm pretty fired up for the New York Jets is actually linebacker, kind of outside linebacker, Mike linebacker hybrid, Jamin Davis. Now, the former Commanders' first-round pick has 8 career sacks and finished last season with the Jets. Now he gets to work under Aaron Glenn. So, actually, Jamin Davis, I think last year, he was pretty damn good for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the Vikings signed him when they had some injuries to the linebacker position. They were missing Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace for a couple of games, so they brought in Jamin Davis, and he was actually pretty impactful in certain spots for the Vikings last season, and I think he could be having a similar role with the New York Jets where it's like, hey, if one of our top 2 linebackers goes down, Jamin, you step in there, you can make some plays. A very versatile player at the linebacker position, which these defensive wizards, they love versatility on that side of the field, and I'm sure Steve Wilkes would be thrilled about it as well. But listen, he was pretty good in certain spots for the Vikings last season, and you would create it's just solid depth at the linebacker spot. Like, obviously, Jamien Sherwood, he's going to be your leader. He's going to probably be a captain for this defense next season. If I had to call it, you still got Quincy there holding down that Sam linebacker position. Then Jamin Davis comes in, and he'll probably be your outside linebacker. If the Jets are in a a 3-4 front, he'll probably just be a rotational guy. But possibly if they're in a 4-3, maybe the Jets could get some more use out of him. But listen, I just expect him to be a rotational linebacker for New York. But I still believe it's a solid pickup. Like the Jets, they weren't going to toss big money to some of these top free agents this year because they understood they are not in the position where they got to go all in on next season and create a bunch of void years and really try to capitalize on the 2025 season. No, they are trying to establish a culture. They're trying to get some good veterans in that room and specifically on that side of Aaron Glenn's defense, and Jamin Davis is just that. He'll be a veteran. He'll be a good voice for the younger guys. Hopefully he can change that culture there. So on a one-year deal, rotational linebacker, could have some high impact. I'm all in for Jamin Davis. But another signing, that I'm a big fan of, Stone Smartt. This is actually one of my favorite players in the National Football League, funny enough. He was just a backup tight end for the Chargers last season, but when their starting tight end did have to go down for a couple of games last season, he filled in very, very well. And, with the Jets having a huge need at that tight end spot, now I expect them to draft one this year. But if he is your tight end 2, tight end 3, I think that's an elite secondary, tertiary tight end that the Jets could have. And listen, the raw numbers from last year aren't going to blow you away by any means. And this was only in 15 games played, but really only 2 of these games he was the starter in, and he was pretty impactful. And plus, you just got to love the name, Stone Smartt. Love that for the tight end position. But 16 receptions, 208 yards, no touchdowns on the year last season, ended up being 13 yards per catch. But listen, I think Stone Smartt, he's a pretty good run blocker as well, so he'll give you some versatility in that position. And, you're going to have to replace Tyler Conklin. He had a pretty good stint with the New York Jets over the last couple of years, so Stone Smart's just the guy that could possibly be a tight end too. And this also still leaves the door open to the Jets drafting Tyler Warren. Now, with them not tossing big money at a tight end yet in free agency, or really just signing Stone Smartt, I think if I had to call it right now, this is their number 1 draft target. They'll bring him in. You need that secondary weapon next to Garrett Wilson. Still got Malachi Corley working in there, but you would have Warren, Stone Smartt at the tight end spot, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Justin Fields, and you got Garrett Wilson on the outside, and then an improved offensive line. If Fields ends up, taking that next step in his NFL career, this offense shouldn't be as bad as it was last season under Aaron Rodgers. But also another guy I could see them taking could still have a big need at the right tackle spot with losing Morgan Moses in free agency, Armin Membu. Now, will he get to pick number 7 is the question, because I could see a team like the New England Patriots just saying, screw it, we're taking him at pick number 4. But this guy is a freak of nature, had an awesome year this past season with Mizzou, and you could just plug him right in there at that right tackle spot. Then it's Fashanu, Membu. You have your tackles of the future. So my top 2 choices right now, if it's not Tyler Warren, go get me Membu, but either of these guys I think would be a home run pickup for the New York Jets. But you guys let me know, who should the Jets pick at number 7 in the NFL draft? You guys let me know your thoughts down below. I think we're out of the camp of a quarterback. Even if Shador's there, I don't think they have any chance of drafting him. I think it's going to be Tyler Warren, Armin Membu. Those are my top 2 guys as it stands right now. Now, if you guys do want to hit me up on Twitter, that's a handle right there. Give me a follow over there. I'll give you guys a follow right on back. But we'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.